Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lady Bulldog Basketball from Santa Maria, California, and the Joe White Memorial Gymnasium here on the campus of Allen Hancock College. I am your play-by-play broadcaster, Ernesto Casillas. Joined me by my executive producer for today's contest, Brian Dill. And thank you to all the players and athletic staff that made this game possible today, as Coach Andre Scott and the Lady Bulldogs are going to go for their 5th win in a row, winners of their last 4 over College of the Canyons, Glendale, Gavilan, and Taft. And today they have their hands full with the Oxnard Condors. On the floor for the Lady Bulldogs is India Dowling Green, Mallory Branham, Heather Knutson, Kayla Taylor, and the three-point specialist, Alexandra Paquette. As Lady Bulldogs have the first possession of this contest, and Mallory calls for the 3, no good. And Taylor gets the putback, second attempt, no good. And it looks like the Lady Bulldogs will draw a foul. At the line will be India Dowling Green. Foul was against Giselle Carrero for the Oxnard Condors. Her first team foul for the Lady Condors, as Dowling Green makes her first free throw of the contest, and she makes them both. Lady Bulldogs are the first ones on the board, as Paquette gets the steal over to Branham. They go inside to Taylor. She posts up against 2 Condors, and Paquette for 3, and it's good. Alexandria Paquette, a 5'8" sophomore guard from Santa Maria, California, and an alum of Ernest Righetti High School. Condors look to go inside. The ball is in Luma's hands now. She puts it up, no good. India Dowling Green off to the races. She'll pick it up, take it all the way for the layup. Lady Bulldogs off to a quick 7-0 lead here, and the Condors will get called for a traveling violation, and Lady Bulldogs have an opportunity to go up big here with just 1 minute and 27 seconds gone in the contest. Branham goes inside to Taylor. Back outside to Paquette. She puts it on the hardwood, goes inside. And Knutson shoots the jumper off the iron and no good. Condors will have possession. Loomis goes all the way inside and she gets the bucket. Malika Loomis, a 5'9" sophomore forward from St. Bonaventure High School. Dowling Green inside. They find Knutson for the jumper, and it's a swish. Heather Knutson starting for the Lady Bulldogs today, as Dowling Green gets the steal up to Paquette for the layup, and it's good. And the head coach for the Condors, Ron McClurkin, will call a quick timeout. We'll be back here from Allen Hancock College with more Lady Bulldog basketball after this. Back with more Lady Bulldog basketball here from the Joe White Memorial Gymnasium. Lady Bulldogs 11-5 on the season. First season for head coach Andre Scott, and he is assisted by Dana Smith. Lady Bulldogs put it on the full court pressure here. Condors having trouble getting it over. They finally do. It's Carrero with the ball now. She'll go against 3 Lady Bulldogs and almost get the basket. Foul will go against Alexandria Paquette, her first team foul for the Lady Bulldogs. And it'll be Carrero that goes to the line to shoot 2. She makes the first, bringing the Condors within 8 now. And she'll make the second one. So far for the Condors, it's Carrero and Loomis with the field goals and the free throws. Lady Bulldogs making an effort this game to get the ball inside as Mendoza posts up. She's calling for the ball, but Branham shoots the jumper. It'll be Loomis who gets the board. And it'll be Maldonado for the Condors, but the Condors turn it over again. And Paquette on the fast break to Branham. Lady Bulldogs averaging almost 16 assists per game this season. And they're showing off how well they can share the ball early on in this first quarter. It'll be Carrero with the rebound. Takes the jumper. No good. Mendoza comes down with the board. She'll bring the leather up the hardwood. Goes all the way inside to the basket. And she'll get called for the traveling violation. As Cheyenne Tell and India Dowling Green will check in for the Lady Bulldogs. Mendoza and Taylor will go to the bench as the Lady Bulldogs keep up the full court pressure, and that'll be a traveling violation on the Condors. Lady Bulldogs lead 13-4 with 6:05 to go in the first quarter of action here. As Maldonado will go to the bench, and in checks in Dominguez for the Condors, a 5'10 sophomore forward from Channel Islands High School. Branham for 3, off the back iron. Dowling Green, she's in there. And Mendoza takes the 3, and it's good. Maya Mendoza showing that she can shoot from range as well, as the Lady Bulldogs take a 12-point lead. And Mendoza with the ball again. Posts up, gives it to Green. Paquette thinks about the 3. Back to Mendoza. And it won't be back-to-back threes, but Dowling Green will get the board. And she'll lose control as the Condors now have possession. Baraliza with the ball now for the Condors as Mendoza picks it away. She'll go all the way and get the bucket. Maya Mendoza determined to score here in the first quarter. Lady Bulldogs up 18-4. As another turnover will happen. Paquette up to Cheyenne Tell. And the Condors will regain possession. It's Loomis over half court. And it'll be Branham with the steal. Up to Tell. Tell resets and gets the bucket. Cheyenne Tell, a 5'10 freshman forward from Santa Maria, California, Orchid Academy High School. As Coach Scott will call a couple more substitutions over to the bench. And the Condors take the shot, no good. It's off the front of the iron. And Carrera will take the 3. It's in and out. And Paquette up to Branham. Back to Paquette for 3. And it's good. Alex Paquette. Lady Bulldogs open a 19-point lead here in the first quarter. Still 3:40 to play, and Branham will get called for the reach. It'll be Branham's first personal of the contest and the second team foul for the Lady Bulldogs as Taylor and Knutson check in. We're up by 19, folks. As the Condors have the ball, it's Maldonado looking to make a play. They find Carrero. She goes inside to Loomis. Nice spin move by Loomis, but no good. Taylor's down there to defend as Branham goes all the way, puts her shoulder down, but won't get the bucket. And it looks like it'll be Lady Bulldogs basketball as Branham, after that miss, really fought to regain that ball back. .308 to go in the first quarter. Condors averaging 55 points a game this season, but allowing 70. As Branham finds Taylor, she shoots the jumper, no good. Loomis will get the board, but tip it to Carrero. As Taylor will tip it away, get the steal. Branham's over half court, looking for Dowling Green, fumbles the ball, and Condors will get possession. We'll have a Condor timeout from the coach. We'll be back with more Allen Hancock College Lady Bulldog basketball after. We're back with 2:25 to go in the first quarter. It's been all Lady Bulldogs this first 7.5 minutes. Lady Bulldogs really sharing the basketball and getting everyone involved early as the Condors get a nice bucket there from Denise Dominguez, a 5'10 sophomore forward from Channel Islands. It'll be Tell with the basketball now. She gives it back to Branham. Taylor goes inside to Dowling Green, and she'll draw the foul. Foul will go against number 12, Bianca Numaro. First personal. Second team foul for the Condors. As Dowling Green misses the second free throw attempt. As we got 100 seconds left here in this first period of action. Lady Bulldogs up with a significant lead as Tell gets the steal. She's on the fast break, looking ahead to pass. Finds Taylor, spin move, Kayla Taylor with the left-handed layup, almost went in. And Dowling Green with the putback, but no good. Great effort by Lady Bulldog basketball right there, just couldn't close. Still up by 17 points as the Condors go inside. Numero's there. And we'll see what the refs call. Looks like the foul is going to go against Cheyenne Tell. Her first personal, third team foul for the Lady Bulldogs. And Paquette and Mendoza will check into the contest as Branham and Dowling Green go to the bench. Namaro slaps the basketball, gives it inside to Carrero. Loomis in the post. Dribbles left, faces three Lady Bulldogs there, but she'll draw the foul. Foul will go against Heather Knutson, her first personal, fourth team foul for the Lady Bulldogs in this first period. And Loomis will make the first. Loomis leading the Condors in scoring this season, averaging 21 points a contest. Condors cut the deficit to 15 now, as we're just under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Taylor goes inside Mendoza. Taylor with the jumper, no good. Condors get the rebound. Carrero will hold on to it. And she's over half court. Looking to further cut into this deficit. And Berliza takes a long-range three, no good. And Carrero dribbles, finds Berliza again for three, and she makes it. As the Condors early on were offensively stifled, but they're battling their way back here, cutting the deficit to only 12 points. We'll be back with 7 seconds to play in the first period for more Lady Bulldog basketball. We're back with the final 7 seconds of Lady Bulldog basketball here from the Joe White Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Allen Hancock College. We'd like to take a moment to thank some of our corporate sponsors for Allen Hancock College athletics. Thank you to Mountain Mike's Pizza, Raising Cane's, Community Bank of Santa Maria, Oxford Suites, California Electric Supply, Coastal Hills, and Duplicated, and Cool Hand Luke's. Thank you for your support of Allen Hancock College athletics. And after 10 minutes of actions, Lady Bulldogs lead by 12, 23-11. We'll be back for the second period here momentarily. We're back for Lady Bulldog at basketball. Second quarter of action here. Lady Bulldogs opened up a 12-point deficit as the Condors hit the first shot of the second quarter, cutting that deficit to 10 now. It'll be Paquette, Mendoza, Tell, Taylor, and Knutson on the floor for the Lady Bulldogs. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And the Condors get a steal. It'll be Numero with the ball as Taylor fights to get it back. But the Condors will get set in their offensive set now. Carrero shoots the three, no good. Mendoza gets the board. And Mendoza's on the fast break, slows it down, finds Paquette. As Coach Scott will send a couple subs to the bench. As Mendoza shoots the three off the front of the rim, no good. And Knutson goes to the floor to get the board. And in comes Branham and Dowling Green for the Lady Bulldogs. And it'll be Branham who inbounds for the Lady Bulldogs. She finds Taylor. Paquette with the three. Alex Paquette. Nothing but net. I'm actually going to like that nickname, Brian. Paquette, nothing but net, as the Lady Bulldogs take a 13-point lead here with 8:20 to go in the second quarter. And Carrero will throw it away. It'll be Lady Bulldog basketball. Coach Scott will give the Lady directions for their offensive set, and Paquette will inbound to Branham. Branham's over half court. She finds Paquette. Finds Mendoza to Branham for three. No good. And Taylor pokes it away. It'll be Condor basketball. Loomis finds Numero. Basket won't count. Let's see what the refs call. It looks like it might be a push on Paquette. It'll be her second personal. First team foul for the Lady Bulldogs in this quarter. Carrero with the ball now. Mendoza slaps it away, but it'll be Condor basketball. Mendoza, Taylor, and Dowling Green presenting a problem here for the Condors. As Paquette gets the steal, she's all the way for the bucket. Count it, Paquette, nothing but net, as the Lady Bulldogs up by 15 now with 7:20 to go. They put the full court pressure on. Loomis up to Baraliza, but the Condors will throw it away again. Paquette will inbound the basketball to Branham. As both ladies are able to shoot from range. Mendoza finds Paquette. Back to Branham for three, and it's good. Mallory Branham. Lady Bulldogs up by 18 points now. 6:40 to play here in the second period. Carrero for the Condors is leading the team in rebounds and assists with 6.5 rebounds per game and 2 assists per game as the Bulldogs get another turnover. As Mendoza finds Branham for 3, no good this time, as it'll be Dominguez that comes down for the board for the Condors, and they go inside to Loomis. Puts the ball on the hardwood, no good. She's met by Paquette and Taylor. Now Branham's on the fast break, looks to pass it to Dowling Green, sort of passes it, and she'll draw the foul. Nice pass off the glass from Branham, and Dowling Green will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul will go against Carrero, her second personal, second team foul for the Lady Condors. As Cheyenne Tell will check into the game for Branham. And she'll make the second one. In comes Knutson for Mendoza. Lady Bulldogs in their full court press, making it difficult for the Condors to get down, but they do. It'll be a kickball. Lady Condor basketball. It'll be Maldonado to inbound for the Lady Condors. And she looks to go to Bellariza. Loomis with the ball now, dribbles left, takes it on the hardwood, goes inside, and shows her power. Michaela Loomis, leading scorer for the Lady Condors. And the Condors will look to go 2 for 1 here. Still down by 18 with 5:15 to play in the second quarter. And Paquette tips the ball, almost gets the steal. Loomis over half court now. Looks like a foul will go against the Lady Bulldogs. That will go against Cheyenne Tell, her second personal, second team foul for Lady Bulldogs, as Dominguez gets the buckets, putting her team within 16 points now. 33-17. It's been all Lady Bulldogs here in this first half of action. Dowling Green with the ball, finds Tell. They go inside to Taylor. She's wide open and gets the bucket. Kayla Taylor. Maldonado now goes up. It'll be Gonzalez. And the Condors will maintain possession. Dominguez with the ball. Bellariz tries to shoot it. No good. Paquette's on a fast break, taking it all the way. Goes to the left, and it's good. Alex Paquette, nothing but net, puts her team up by 20 with 4 to go in the second quarter. Bellariz thinks about the shot. She's working against Knutson. Tell's over there to help her. Loomis shoots it. No good. Dowling Green with the board. Bulldogs have a lot of length on the floor with Taylor and Dowling Green. Paquette's on the logo. She scoots up, passes it to Knutson. Tell goes inside to Taylor, and Taylor will draw the foul. Foul will go against Carmen Gonzalez, her first personal foul. Third team foul for the Lady Condors. And Paquette finds Tell, looking to pass, puts the dribbles right, goes around 3 Condors, but gets blocked. It'll be Loomis on the fast break now. Taylor going stride for stride with her. And she finds Dominguez over to Bellariza. And the Condors for 3, no good. Shot by Maldonado. And Bellariza will go up for the layup and gets it. Lady Bulldogs up by 18, 2:50 to play here. Looking to go inside again to Taylor. Paquette shoots it. In and out, no good. It'll be Maldonado coming down with the board. And Dominguez bringing it up the court. Paquette gets the steal with the hustle to keep it in bound. We're on a 4-3 fast break. Taylor finds Dowling Green, and it'll be a traveling violation. Looks like Dowling Green got a little bit of happy feet. 2:18 to play here. Lady Bulldogs up 37-19. Mendoza and Branham check in for the Lady Bulldogs as Knutson and Paquette go to the bench to get a little rest here. Bellariza for 3, and she gets it. What a bank shot from the corner. Andrea Bellariza. Lady Bulldogs up by 15 points now. As the Lady Condor is on a little streak here. Dominguez is over half court. Taylor's really putting on that pressure. And Loomis will dribble left. Goes all the way left, facing 2 Lady Bulldogs. And finds Dominguez for the buckets. Nice playmaking ability there by Loomis. Lady Bulldog lead falls to 13 points now as Coach Scott will go back to Paquette. And the Condors will draw the offensive foul. That'll be Kayla Taylor's first personal of the contest. Third team foul for the Lady Bulldogs. As Taylor gets the steal. And it looks like it's going to be a foul. The referees get together here. Taylor was not happy the refs missed that last call. Foul will go against Lady Condor, Denise Dominguez, her first personal, 4th team foul for the Condors. As Taylor hands it to Paquette, she'll reset the Lady Bulldog offense. Branham finds Mendoza, thinks about the 3, but gives it to Branham off the front iron and no good. It'll be Condor basketball. It'll be Maldonado with the inbound as the Lady Bulldogs will stay in that full court press that was so successful for them in this first half. Bellariza's up. She's met by Taylor. And Bellariza goes to the floor. She's helped up by Gonzalez. And we'll see what the refs call here. Foul will be an offensive foul against Bellariza, her first personal. 15 foul for the Condors. As we got 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. Lady Bulldogs up by 13. Branham will bring the ball up the court. What could potentially be the Lady Bulldogs' last possession of the half. Coach Scott calls the play. Mendoza's on the move. She calls for the ball, puts her back to the basket, puts it up, and it's good. Maya Mendoza, a force in the post, and it'll be Loomis who brings it up. Wild shot by the Condors, no good. And we'll go into halftime with the Lady Bulldogs up by 15 against the Oxnard Condors. We'll be back with you for the first half stats and the second half of Lady Bulldog basketball here from the Joe White Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Allen Hancock College. We're back for the second half of Lady Bulldog basketball as the Lady Bulldogs dominated the first half of action and went into the locker room with a 15-point lead. On the floor for Lady Bulldogs is Paquette, Taylor, Knutson, Dowling Green, and Branham. It was really the Lady Bulldogs' ability to share the basketball and shoot from long range that led to their 15 points lead in the first half. Stay tuned for more Bulldog basketball at 5 o'clock as the men's team will also open up their Western State Conference game here at 5 o'clock. We'll be back with you shortly for more Lady Bulldog basketball. We're back for the third quarter here of Lady Bulldog basketball, 9:33 to go. Kayla Taylor's at the line to shoot 2 free throws. She makes the first, putting the Lady Bulldogs up by 16 points now. It was Paquette, nothing but net, that led the Lady Bulldogs in scoring in the first half, going 6 for 8 from the field with 15 points. Some other highlights from our first half of action is India Dowling Green had 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block with 6 points. Dowling Green really showing off her versatility in the first half of action. That's Dowling Green over to Branham. They find Paquette, nothing but net, but no good. Taylor's back out. Dowling Green taking it in now, loses control, but she'll draw the foul. Quick shout out to former assistant coach Clay Goodman, who's listening on the broadcast, a big supporter of Lady Bulldog basketball, and to also former head coach, Coach Norelli. Hope both coaches are doing well, and thank you for still supporting Lady Bulldog basketball. Dowling Green will miss the first. Gets a high five from her teammates. And Dowling Green will miss both. Taylor almost gets the rebound, but it looks like they'll call her for the foul instead. It'll be Taylor's second personal first team foul for Lady Bulldogs in this quarter. They find Loomis, back to Dominguez, up to Bella Riza for the layup. Taylor tries to get there, but the Condors get the bucket. Paquette's over half court now. Over to Branham. Back to Paquette in the corner. It'll be an offensive foul. Let's see who the ref calls it on. It'll be Taylor's, another foul on Taylor. Her third personal, second team foul. As Tell and Mendoza check in for the Lady Bulldogs, as Taylor and Dowling Green go to the bench. Lady Bulldogs stay in their full court press. Loomis to Dominguez. Bella Riza for three. And it's good. Bella Riza showing some great range for the Lady Condors and some amazing bounces that she's getting to keep her team alive in this third quarter. Branham finds Tell. Paquette dribbles right, goes inside, no good. And it'll be Dominguez that comes down with the board. Bella Riza again for three, a little heat check there. Tell gets the rebound. And she'll pass it up to Mendoza, who finds Knutson over to Branham for three. No good. And Lady Condors throw it away as they were trying to find Bella Riza. But Tell gets the ball, and it'll be Paquette who's the orchestrator here. And Paquette for three. Off the front iron, no good. Dominguez gets the board. Knutson's challenged her for it. And Bella Riza will get no good. Ball's tipped to Loomis. And the Condors finally come away there. That was Adriana Maldonado. Coach Scott has seen enough as the Condors claw their way back to a single-point deficit here. Lady Bulldogs up by 9. We'll be back with you shortly for more Lady Bulldog basketball. We're back with 6:36 to play in the third quarter of action here. Lady Bulldogs up by 9 points as Lady Condors have clawed their way back in. Down by 20 at one point. Branham goes inside. Looking to dribble. Finds Dowling Green. It's going to be a charge as Naramo will draw the charge. Foul will go against Branham. And Lady Bulldogs almost come up with this steal there. As Numero will take it out of bounds. Finds Maldonado. Bounce pass to Loomis. Bellariza for three, no good. As Paquette gets the ball now. We're on a 3-on-3. Dowling Green, pass from Paquette is good. Lady Bulldog deficit back up to double digits, 42-31. We're almost halfway through this third period. Maldonado thinks about the three, but goes inside to Dominguez. She loses control. Tell thought it was out on Dominguez. The Condors will keep possession. Loomis dribbles inside, and it's going to be called for a traveling violation. She tried to put her shoulder down there like a linebacker, but forgot to dribble the ball. Turnover Condors, Lady Bulldog basketball. Dowling Green over to Tell. Into Paquette in the corner as Dominguez telegraphed the pass. 16 seconds left on the shot clock for the Lady Bulldogs. Brandon finds Dowling Green. Paquette puts it on the hardwood and draws the foul. Alex Paquette is leading the Lady Bulldogs this season with 4 assists per game, and her and Giselle Calderon each averaging 11 points per contest. Paquette way above her average now as she led the Lady Bulldogs in scoring in the first half. Makes 1 of 2. Dominguez gets the board. She's up to Maldonado. Bellariza will shoot it, and she gets it. Bellariza not afraid to shoot, keeping her team alive here. Condors within 10 now. Paquette takes it all the way, and she'll draw the foul. Foul will go against Naramo, her 3rd foul, 4th personal for the Condors, as Paquette makes the first free throw. And she'll make the second. In comes Gonzalez for Numero. And Lady Bulldogs now up by 12. Loomis and Dominguez will bring the ball up the court. Maldonado for 3, no good. Dowling Green fights for the board, but Condors will maintain possession. Maldonado to inbound. Finds Loomis. Bellariza for 3. No good. Mendoza gets the board. Lady Bulldogs on a little bit of a fast break here. Mendoza finds Dowling Green, and she'll take the hard foul. That'll be Carmen Gonzalez's 2nd foul, 15th foul for the Condors. As Mendoza makes the first free throw, Lady Bulldogs up by 13 now. And Mendoza makes them both. 4:21 to play here in the third quarter. Dominguez gets it over half court, finds Loomis. Into Bellariza, misses the layup. Paquette's over half court. She might take it all the way, but finds Branham. Branham dribbles left and is met by a wall, which is Michaela Loomis. It'll be Lady Condor basketball. Possession going to the Condors after that jump ball. Dominguez will inbound. And Paquette is ready right there with the steal and almost gets the layup. Looked like a foul to me, but no call by the refs. 3:45 to play. And Tell was hungry for the ball, but kicks it out of bounds. Condors will maintain possession. Loomis to inbound. Finds Carrero. She's inside for the layup, takes it all the way. Found a little pocket there. Was able to get to the rim. Condors within 12. Dowling Green back to the basket, no good. Let's see who the refs call the foul on. That'll be Giselle Carrero's 4th personal. As Bella Riza gets a short rest, she'll come back in for Carrero. And Dowling Green will go to the line to shoot 2. First one rims in and out, no good. And she misses the second, but gets her own board. Lady Bulldogs will reset offensively. Through Branham, finds Dowling Green, but she'll be called for the offensive foul. Bella Riza will take the charge. Lady Bulldogs up by 12. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Maldonado with the pass from Dominguez. And Gonzalez will go up, but Lady Bulldogs will force the jump ball. Smothered by Tell and Paquette. Branham now, she's over half court. Mendoza throws it away. Loomis recovers. Finds Dominguez, gets the bounce pass. They look for Bella Riza. And Loomis thinks about the 3, but goes inside, loses control. Branham will have a one-on-one against Dominguez with the left-handed layup, and easy peasy, lemon squeezy, Mallory Branham. Lady Bulldogs now back up by 14. 2:15 to play in the third quarter here. They go inside to Gonzalez, no good. And Mendoza now on a 3-1 break for Lady Bulldogs, finds Branham. Nice bounce pass from Mendoza. Lady Bulldogs now back up by 16. We'll have a timeout here by the head coach for the Oxnard Condors. You're listening to Allen Hancock College women's basketball here from Allen Hancock College Athletics. We're back with 1:51 to go here in the third quarter. been all Lady Bulldogs today against the Oxnard Condors. As the Lady Bulldogs, 11-5 on the season, open up the Western State Conference play today. And so far, so good. Mendoza goes for the steal. They go inside to Loomis. Paquette gets the steal. And Branham's on a 3-2 fast break. Mendoza. And it'll be Condor basketball. Romero bounces it in to Maldonado. They find Bellariza. Romero dribbles right, takes it inside, no good. Looks like they might call the foul on Tell. Looks like the foul will actually go against Branham, her third personal. 15 foul for Lady Bulldogs. And Numero misses the second. Branham gets the board. She looks up court, finds Dowling Green, and it's good. Lady Bulldogs really sharing the basketball today, and it shows on the scoreboard. They're up 18. We got less than 11 minutes to go in this contest. And it'll be a turnover by the Lady Condors, as it looks like Dominguez palmed the ball there. And Branham will pass it into Paquette, who bats it back to Branham. Coach Scott calls his offensive play. Taylor inside to Mendoza. Dowling Green with the board. And Dowling Green will go to the line to shoot two. Dowling Green really making her impression on this game from a defensive and a rebounding standpoint. She'll miss the first. .25 seconds left to go in the third quarter here. And she'll miss them both. Dominguez gets the board. Has to fight off Taylor, up to Loomis. And Condors throw it away. Lady Bulldogs will get the last shot of the third quarter, up by 18 points. And Paquette's over half court. Might have a free lane, takes it all the way, no good. Taylor gets the board. The effort was surely there, just missed. Numero's gonna shoot, and it's no good, waved off by the refs. And after 30 minutes of action here, Lady Bulldogs lead by 18 points. We'll be back with the final fourth quarter of action here from Allen Hancock College. Allen Hancock College Athletics. We're back with the final 10 minutes of Lady Bulldog basketball. They've been dominating the Condors here as they open up Western State Conference play. We see a former Lady Bulldog in the crowd, sister of point guard Alex Paquette, Elijah Paquette, here to support her sister. It'll be a jump ball. Lady Bulldogs will get possession as Paquette, Branham, Mendoza, Dowling, Green, and Taylor are on the floor. Final quarter of action. Paquette shoots no good, and it'll be Condor basketball. Elijah Paquette was quite the force for the Lady Bulldogs last season as the Lady Bulldogs won a home playoff game here that had not been done in quite some time. And Bella Riza in the corner for three, and she makes it. What a unique release. Bella Riza keeping her team alive here. They're within 15 now after that three. Paquette over to Mendoza. Inside to Taylor with the left-handed layup, and it's good. Gets the dime from Branham. Lady Bulldogs up 17 points now. And Paquette's on the fast break, finds Mendoza. Over to Branham for three. No good. Dowling Green with another rebound. Lady Bulldogs will reset. Coach Scott calling out his play. And Lady Bulldogs will execute. Find Branham over to Taylor. And Branham for three. No good. Loomis will come down with the board. Maldonado with the ball now. Over to Numero. No good. It'll be Lady Bulldog basketball. We'll have a 30-second timeout here. We'll be back with the final 7:46 to play. You're listening to Lady Bulldog basketball here at Allen Hancock College. Allen Hancock College Athletics. We're back from Allen Hancock College, Joe White Memorial Gymnasium, as we're in the first game of the Lady Bulldog Conference play. Lady Bulldogs up by 17 against the Oxnard Condors. Paquette, nothing but net, takes it to the rim and puts her team up by 19. Lady Bulldogs play again on January 11th at Cuesta College at 5 p.m. And if they're able to close out this victory, they'll be going for their 6th win. And that is nothing but net from Paquette. Back-to-back field goals for Alex. As Tell pokes the ball away, gets the steal. Taylor's on the fast break and gets the layup. Lady Bulldogs going to finish out this strong. Really found their offensive rhythm here these last few moments. Dominguez shoots the three, and it's good. Condors fighting to stay alive, but it might be too late, folks, as Paquette's dominating, and nothing but net from Paquette again. 3 field goals in a row from Alex Paquette. She'll get the love from the bench, and we'll be back momentarily after these words. We're back with the final 6 minutes of Lady Bulldog basketball. You're listening to Allen Hancock College Athletics. Check out the Lady Bulldog basketball on Instagram at AHC Women's Hoops to stay up to date on all things Lady Bulldog basketball. As Paquette fights to dribble, it looks like she's going to face a triple team now. As Branham gets the ball. Paquette dribbles right, finds Tell for 3, no good. Taylor gets the board and puts it back up in. She's just too strong. Lady Bulldogs open up a 24-point lead. As Dominguez working against Knutson. Over to Maldonado. Loomis with the jumper, no good. And Dominguez will draw the foul. Looks like the foul will go against number 30, Heather Knutson, who started earlier for the Lady Bulldogs. I'll be Heather's second personal as Dominguez goes to the line to shoot 2. And she'll miss the first one. And she'll make the second. Halfway through the final quarter of play, Lady Bulldogs up by 23 points, 65-42. What a dominating performance today from the Lady Bulldogs. Branham with the ball, finds Tell, over to Paquette, inside to Knutson, and she'll put it up, no good. Branham tips it, almost gets the steal, and Lady Bulldogs will recover it. Another turnover by the Condors. Paquette goes all the way down, and she'll miss, but Taylor will draw the foul. Both Paquette and Taylor returning from last season for the Lady Bulldogs. And Taylor will go to the line to shoot 2. She'll miss the first. As Knutson gets instruction from Coach Scott. And Taylor misses the second. Bulldogs still up by 23 here. Just over 4 minutes to go in the contest. Loomis looks inside, but she'll dribble it. Taylor gets the steal. And Lady Bulldogs on cruise control now. Looking to go 12-5 on the season. Tell shoots the three, almost gets it. And it'll be Condor basketball. Be Carrero with 4 fouls for the Condors. She's back on the court. And Bella Riza with the ball, the three-point specialist for the Condors, no good. Tell gets the board. And Tell and Dowling Green have just dominated the glass this game. And it looks like Numero will be called for the blocking foul. Paquette will go to the line to shoot 2. As Gonzalez will check in for Maldonado. And Paquette makes the first. And she'll make both free throws. As Mendoza checks in for Paquette, who most likely will go to the bench for the remainder of this contest after putting on quite the show today for the Lady Bulldogs. Bulldogs up by 25. Dominguez inside, met by Tell and Taylor. Nowhere to go there. As Mendoza will bring the ball up the court now. Branham with the ball. And Branham for 3, and it's good. Branham and Paquette make quite the tandem. And we're up by 28 points, folks, with 2:30 to go in the contest. They go inside to Dominguez. Taylor's there to get the block on. And Lady Bulldogs dominating this fourth quarter. A lot of swagger from the Lady Bulldogs. Nice Euro step by Mendoza. She takes it all the way. Coast to coast, Maya Mendoza. As Lady Bulldogs up by 30 now. Numero thinks about the 3, but puts it on the hardwood. Takes the jumper. And Mendoza gets the board. As Dowling Green will go to the scorers table to check in. And Lady Bulldogs will get their 5th in a row here and move to 12-5 on the season as they enter conference play. Branham goes left. No good. Dominguez with the board. Correo over half court. Dribbles right, then left. Finds Numero. And she'll draw the foul. That'll be Branham's 4th personal as Dowling Green checks in. Branham getting a lot of love from the bench over there. As Numero makes the first. And Lady Condors trail by 28 points after those 2 free throws from Numero. They go inside to Taylor. Nice pass from Taylor to Tell. Tell everyone that the Lady Bulldogs are on a 5-game winning streak after a dominating win today here against the Condors. Correo misses the 3. Mendoza might go coast to coast again, but finds Tell, and she'll get pushed in the back by Bella Riza. as Tell will go to the line to shoot 2. And this game is over, folks. You can start the bus. And Taylor puts it back one-handedly. As the Lady Condors will most likely have their last offensive possession here of the contest. Guerrero shoots the jumper. Unlucky bounce. Taylor with the board. And it'll be Lady Bulldog basketball. Numero's going to fight till the end, but looks like she drew the foul. That'll go against Akbar instead of Numero. Inside to Taylor, out to Tell. And after 40 minutes of play here, Lady Bulldogs win by 33 as they open conference play. They'll go to 12-5 on the season. And again, they'll go for 6 in a row on January 11th at Cuesta College at 5 o'clock. Special thank you to Brian Dill for producing this game for us today, and Andre Scott and Dana Smith, head coach and assistant coach for Lady Bulldog basketball. Thank you to all the athletic staff, all the students. Stay tuned for 5 o'clock as the men's team will also open up their conference play here today. We'll see you shortly. I'm Ernesto Casillas signing off for AHC Women's Hoops. We'll see you soon.